Alright, I think we're live. I can't see because there's a glare. Hey friends, Lois with Ellie Grace's Attic here and my trusty sidekick.
Leave a like.
Leave a like. What's your name? Do you have a name, trusty sidekick? Is it Luke?
Mr. Flip.
Mr. Flip Flop today. Alright, so we're a little behind today on schedule, but you know what? That's okay. So today for creative time, we're going to do kind of an adult craft, but Jordan's going to help me out with it. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Flip Flop's going to help me out with it. So we're outside today because this craft involves spray adhesive, which kind of has fumes. So we want to do that outside in a well-ventilated area. So we're at the bottom of our front steps on the pad here, and we've got newspapers spread out on the ground. And what else? We're going to be making, let me tell you what we're making. We're going to be making DIY moss balls. Many of you know, if you followed me for any length of time, that I got a beautiful dough bowl for Christmas, and it sits in the center of my dining room table. Okay, I hope that bee doesn't land. We have a bee hovering over us.
All right, Miss Bumblebee. All right, Miss
So
Bumblebee.
we're going to make moss balls.
I call you Miss Bumblebee.
Miss Bumblebee? Okay. You can buy balls already covered with green moss, decorative. Some of them are just moss. Some of them are like brown moss. Some have leaves all over them, but they're pretty pricey. They're like $6 to $8 per ball, depending on the size you get. Yes, sir.
So when there's bees flew around, there was 2 of them, so I wonder if they made it.
You know what? That's a very good question, but that's a totally different live video, Jordan. So we're going to talk about decorating moss balls today, okay?
All right, Miss Electricity.
So anyway, they're about $6 to $8 depending on the size you buy. So we're going to attempt to make our own. I got these styrofoam balls from I think I got these at Walmart. You can get them at any craft store. You can also get them at Dollar Tree. Then we got a big bag of green moss. This was it was $8. I got it at Hobby Lobby, but I used my 40% off coupon, so I got it for about $5. And we're going to need scissors, a Ziploc bag, and this spray adhesive, which I have had in my craft supplies for several years. But you can buy this too. This was $9 at Hobby Lobby, but again, 40% off coupon. You can also find this at Walmart. So we got that, and we're going to shake that up. First thing we're going to do, though, is open up our moss here. Jordan, I'm going to need you to help me with this part, bub.
What?
Wait, not that. This part. Hold this open.
Okay. Oh, we're going to pour the moss in.
We're going to pour some of the moss in here, but
I knew it.
We have to tear it apart. Now, you could do this part in a food processor. What we're going to try to do is crumble up the moss as best we can. It's kind of already crumbled. Oh, look, a baby pine cone. We're going to save that.
Yeah, but we didn't save Bob when he
Bring that over here.
Bob got ran over.
We're going to do this, and we're just going to kind of separate the moss as best you can.
I can't believe Bob got ran over.
You can take this moss and kind of do this and put it in the food processor, but we're not doing that today because...
You forgot?
Well, no, I really didn't want to put the moss in my food processor. I think we're going to get the same effect. You're just kind of separating it with your fingers in the bag. Do you want to do some of this?
Sure.
Okay, see what Nana's doing? I'm just pulling it apart with my fingers.
Okay.
And I'll pull some apart in here.
I hope there's...
Are you pulling that apart? Look, reach in the bag and just pull it apart with your fingers.
Like this?
Yeah. Just pull it apart and break it down into smaller pieces.
That bee just keeps on flying over my head.
I know. We're keeping an eye on the bee.
And there's a mosquito.
But we don't hurt bees, do we? Because they're... Oh, look, Finn. Are you trying to get the bee?
We have a mosquito friend over here.
Okay, we don't want mosquitoes, but we don't hurt bees because bees are good.
Yeah, they pollinate your flowers.
Okay, did you break that down? Are you still working on it? Or
I broke
it's
it
good?
down.
Okay.
Well,
Just try to get it broken into as small pieces as you can.
break it down less than a centimeter.
You know, and probably if you have moss in your yard, you could probably do this with the moss out of your yard.
Oh, that would be
We
messy.
probably could have done that, huh?
Yeah, but there are so many bugs in it.
You
Oh,
think?
the first wasp.
No, we don't want wasps.
Why? They eat pests.
Well, they're fine as long as they're eating the pests and not around me. I don't want to get stung. Okay, open that up. Let's kind of put this in there.
Now, can I tear some?
Why? You want to tear it a little bit more for Nana? Okay.
So I keep it
All
right
right,
here?
so we're just tearing up our moss here.
Ugh.
Okay, don't throw it everywhere, Bubba. Oh, okay, don't get it all over Nana either. Try to get it in the bag and not on Nana. Okay. All right, so we pretty much have
I have a dagger.
that
I have a
broken
dagger.
down. You got a dagger?
If any bee comes here,
You're gonna get, no, not the bee. Bees are good, remember?
I know.
All right.
Get off your dagger.
All right, we have that torn up and in our bag and kind of spread out. So now,
The bee's gonna fly in there.
and I hope this works.
Imagine if the bee actually flies in there.
Flies where?
The,
In the bag, then
yes.
he'll end up glued to our ball. So now we're gonna take our styrofoam ball,
We have
our
a bee
spray
ball.
adhesive.
We have a bee
You know
ball.
what? I don't think I'll get it on my watch. We'll see. All right. The wind's not blowing, is it? We're just gonna spray our. Move out of the way, baby. I don't want it to get on you. Come back here by Nana.
What happens if it gets on me?
Don't stand in the direction that the wind is blowing. Try to.
No,
So I'm just
not flying. Just do it, man.
putting a really good coat of the spray adhesive on here. What, bub?
Fly is
Oh,
blue.
hold on, the wind's blowing. This is real life right here. Finn, say hi. Okay, so you got to kind of work sort of fast because you don't want your glue to dry, but it's pretty tacky. So
Oh, I just smelled it.
once you get your ball pretty much covered, then you're going to take it, drop it in your bag, and kind of just toss it around. You might need to help it a little bit.
Is it working?
Yeah. Get it in there really good. It gets on your fingers.
Okay, I thought that was a wasp.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was a wasp on my arm.
Okay.
You know, there's an
I
actual.
probably should have did this in a bowl, which stink, and just rolled it in the bowl.
Did you know there's actually a type of wasp that eats that actually kills or paralyzes tarantulas, and then it lays one egg on it,
It does?
and then the egg hatches and it eats the tarantula, but the tarantula stays alive unless it eats a special organ, such as the lungs. But the baby avoids that part to keep the tarantula as alive as long as possible.
That is a crazy story.
It's a fact.
It's a fact, but still. All right, I probably need to spray a little bit more glue. I think I got more on my fingers than I did on the ball. But I kind of have to work. You have to work it just a little bit. I probably, in hindsight, should have used a bowl, like a throwaway bowl or a good plastic bowl that I could wash instead of the bag. But I'm going to spray a little bit more and put a little bit more moss on it, but this is what you get.
And what's the purpose of the moss ball?
It's just for pretty.
You can put it in the environment and you can make a home.
I'm going to put it in the centerpiece on the dining room table. What do you think?
Or you can make a home for some shield bugs.
Some shield bugs might like the small spot. That's a good idea. If we recycle it, we'll do that. So here you go. Like I said, I'm going to spray a little bit more. I'm not quite happy with the coverage just because I used the bag, and I probably should have put it in a bowl or even just rolled it out on the newspaper. But I like it, and it costs way less than the $8 they would have charged me in the store. So anyway, this was fun, right, Jordan? And we got to get glue on our fingers.
I didn't.
Jordan didn't. You get to do. Jordan's doing the next one. So anyway, we also have. Are we gonna do the magic bean craft later?
I prefer the crystals.
Oh, we haven't decided. We have a art craft and we have a science experiment that we got for Christmas on how to grow your own crystals. So I think we're gonna start that. What?
Stay tuned and subscribe.
Stay tuned. Anyway, you can order these supplies online if you aren't able to get out and go to the craft store. And this was fun and way more, like I said, way less expensive than if you were to buy it in the store. So I'm pretty excited to finish this up. We're going to add a little bit more glue and a little bit more moss, and it'll be done. So until we see you again, happy crafting. Take care.
Wasps bite you.
Yes, they do. Be careful.